Hello, I'm Father Joe Gambala. Today is Friday, the fourth week of Ordinary Time. Our Gospel is from the Gospel according to St. Mark. King Herod heard about Jesus, for his fame had become widespread. The people were saying, John the Baptist has been raised from the dead. This is why the mighty powers are at work with him. Others are saying he's Elijah. Others are saying he's a prophet like any of the prophets. When Herod heard of this, he said, It is John whom I beheaded. He's been raised up. Herod was the one who had John arrested and bound in prison on account of Herodias, the wife of his brother Philip, whom he had married. John had said to Herod, It's not lawful for you to have your brother's wife. Herodias harbored a grudge against John and wanted to kill him, but was unable to do so. Herod feared John, knowing him to be a righteous and holy man, and kept him in custody. When he heard him speak, he was very much perplexed, yet he liked to listen to him. Herodias had an opportunity one day when Herod, on his birthday, gave a banquet for the courtiers, his military officers, and the leading men of Galilee. His own daughter came and performed a dance that delighted Herod and his guests. The king said to the girl, Ask of me whatever you wish, and I'll grant it to you. Even if he swore many things to her, I will grant you even half of my kingdom. She went out and said to her mother, What shall I ask for? The mother replied, The head of John the Baptist. The girl hurried back to the king's presence and made her request. I want you to give me at once on a platter the head of John the Baptist. The king was deeply distressed, but because of his oaths and his guests, he did not wish to break his word to her. So he promptly dispatched an executioner with orders to bring back his head. He went off and beheaded him in the prison, and brought to the head on a platter, and gave it to the girl. And the girl gave it to his mother, and the disciples heard about it. They came and took the body and laid it in a tomb. The Gospel of the Lord. This is one of the most tragic and sad stories in the Gospel. Herod is clinging to power. He's a king, but not a king on his own. He's a king because the Romans appointed him basically the chief official of this corner of Jerusalem and the outlying areas. But other than that, he doesn't rule outright. He owes Romans taxes. In fact, he has two jobs for the Romans. Collect the taxes for the Romans and keep the peace so that the Romans don't have to waste any soldiers putting down riots. How does Herod keep the peace? Well, his main tactic is to get the powerful, richest people in his little kingdom over, and he wines them, and he dines them, and he satisfies them. Well, the wining and dining is easy to understand. The satisfaction involves the dancing girls, because the dancing girls would come in, and then the gentlemen there, and they were all men, would pick the woman they want and go to a quiet part of the palace, and, well, you can figure out the rest on your own. Apparently, one of these wealthy people took an eye to Herod's daughter. Herod was so pathetically desperate to hang on to power, he basically pimps his own daughter. That is why the mother is furious. That is why her revenge is going to be the worst thing she can do to her husband for doing this to their daughter, just to keep power. But it's sad what people will do to hang on to the power of this world, because the power of this world will most certainly pass.